What's up, guys? It's Regents again, coming back with another video for the Datamine. So I've already looked at some of these units, but not all of them. I wanted to have some reactions live of some of the kids, so let's take a look. It looks like we're gonna have a big school update. I'm pretty excited for this, actually. It seems like it could be a lot of fun. Like, the younger trainers are students, and then the older trainers are teachers. I think I'm definitely here for it. So yeah, we got this Morty. It's pretty nice. I couldn't tell if he was gonna be like part of the school gimmick because he didn't seem like a teacher to me, but I mean, I definitely like it. I'm here for it. I just wasn't sure when I was looking at it last night. Marnie, it's pretty cool. The jacket is nice. Getting a Rosa rerun, and she's getting a Syncret expansion. Lots of other stuff. Ray as well. Looks pretty good. Of course, we're getting Lacey. She's going to be the first of the... I don't even know. I forgot the name of the group that she's in, but looks like we're getting some Easter stuff. But anyways, let's skip down to the actual kits. So, I don't even know if the Rosa... Yeah, I don't know if this is all set up yet because of the website, and not just the website. We don't fully know, I think, how this unit is going to be working. There's so many things to pull on. I saw inertia. That's pretty nice. But essentially, I believe she's going to be a grassy terrain unit. It says grass. I believe she is a field sprint. Yeah, so she'll be setting grassy terrain. It doesn't seem like... Okay, so it's only spring form. I was gonna say maybe she can... No, that wouldn't make sense. I was gonna say that maybe she can use multiple forms of the deerling, and then it just sets different terrains or weathers or whatever based on what it is. But I don't remember the lore behind deerling. I don't remember if you can change the like form, or if it's stuck as it is. I don't remember, but I don't think that's how it works. I believe it's just grass terrain setter, and then whatever you can just add things. And I don't know, I'm not gonna pretend like I know, but I'm here for it. It looks fun. So here are the TMs, so you can learn moves. Oh, it'll be able to learn sunny day. That'll be nice. Sunny day is definitely... Sunny day grassy terrain is always a nice combo for grass types, so we'll probably skip the rest of Rosa. It's again Ray. I think these units are going to be free, if I remember correctly, just from the dev letter, which will be pretty nice. So Bravari, he's Swinian. Sprint Field, always very nice. I like that we're getting a lot more of these, because we were definitely starving of this combination for a very long time. Okay, so to be funny, I'm gonna get the moves first, then the skills. So, Side Beam, Protect, Gusty Mountains Esper Wing. You can use her as many times as you want. When the user's special attack is raised, nice. There are always critical hits, but it doesn't look like that the damage is not lowered with multiple enemies, so that explains it. So the 200 to 240 damage should be divided by all units, unfortunately. And raises the speed of all allied sync pairs by 2 ranks, so it can max out speed. If the remaining MP for the users go faster as 1 or more. Okay, that's nice. I was like, because the reason that I always stop when I'm reading these is I always immediately ask, okay, what's the gimmick? Like, what's the trade-off? It's very rarely that we just get something that's purely good, especially for a free unit. But let's keep going. Applies the super effective up next effect to the user. Okay. Free move next effect as well. The more your speed is raised, the more it reduces the sync move countdown up to 3. So ideally you want to wait till you've used your buddy move a few times, I assume. The more it also increases special moves up next effect. So yeah, you want to use assuming that you don't have another speed support, you want to use the buddy move 3 times, then use the trainer move. And all of this, it's basically kind of reminds me of like budget champion Brendan. The trick is to basically wrap man, I forgot. The trick is to basically increase the special moves up next effect as much as you can for the buddy move. And then it just hits everyone much harder than it normally would. Yeah, and Side Beam and Protector kind of just to be there, I guess, because you really won't use Side Beam because you can spam the buddy move no matter what. Takes 3 gauges, which is pretty nice considering the power. Alright, so let's look at the skills now. Let's see how much this changes the unit. Raises the user's special type by 4 ranks when it enters, critical hit rate by 3, okay. And then increases the user's sync move up next effect by 4 ranks when it enters a battle. Okay, it's not bad. It's no complaints. Trainer move NP 0. Applies the free move next effect to the user when its attack move is successful when the remaining MP. Okay. And the last one. I see. So basically you just use the trainer move, which you only use it once, and then basically these things happen. I mean, it's not bad, but it does it once and then that's it. So I always like to account for longer battles where maybe having 2 other skills, like, I don't know, something like Impervious will always be a thing, you know, but it's not bad. It's not bad. Sorry, it's because there's heard a weird noise at my door, but I think we are good. I don't think I'm about to get murdered. But yeah, no, it's not bad. I'm also keeping in mind that this is a free unit. It should be a free unit. If I'm wrong about that, I do apologize. But even just looking at the kit, doesn't feel like a Pokefair. Definitely not Master Fair material. This feels like a very good free unit, like Sycamore level. Not anything. Right, so let's look at this real quick as well, the sync grid. So Inertia looks like it's going to be the only sync move multiplier. Grand Entry, Battle Buff. Oh, okay, so you also get Battle Buff 3 for the sync move. So you get Battle Buff and Inertia, both. And this just lowers accuracy. Do you have an innate multiplier as well? Yes, the more the user's special attack is raised, the greater the power of this attack. But it's not too bad, actually, honestly. I mean, you have Psychic Terrain, and it's a sprint, so you combine the sync move countdown from the sync as well as the sync move countdown that you get with the trainer move if you use it the right way. Honestly, this is actually a decent unit. It's not just decent, I actually think it's really good now that I'm like really processing it. Definitely will be a lot of people's go-to, I think, in Battle Rally, because it's good. It has really good AoE damage. Its nuke will hit pretty decently hard too. What's its stats though? 420? It's not bad at all. It's actually, this is a really good unit. This could be like a decent Pokefair. I can't really see, the only thing that I can really think is like, the thing that keeps it from being a Pokefair is that it has skills that maybe aren't super good for long-term battles. Like, again, they just activate once and then you'll do 1 big hit, you'll get 1 free move next effect, and that's it. Also, I'm willing to bet... No, I was going to say, if it's getting all those free move next effects, maybe it's really slow, but it isn't. It's actually really fast, too. So, yeah, no, I can't really think of any major criticisms besides the fact that maybe the buddy move... I don't know, I feel like that buddy move will still hit pretty decently hard, even though the damage is divided. I feel like that's still pretty good damage. With the high special attack, too, and the battle buff that you'll be getting with it. Definitely nice. One thing though that this isn't going to be a problem, but I just wonder, you might have to bring someone, unless I'm missing something, if you want to activate battle buff, you'll have to bring someone that can confuse everyone. I could easily be missing something though, where they confuse all opponents at once, but it doesn't look like I'm missing it. So that it won't be a problem. It'll just be something that you'll have to account for. So, because you have this, here it is, Side Beam Aggravation 9. So this will basically guarantee that you confuse the opponent, but if you want it to activate on all three enemies, you'll have to use Side Beam 3 times. What you can do, or you can bring someone that can confuse easily with like Teeter Dance, which shouldn't be hard at all. Just something to keep in mind. So let's move on. I already looked at Lacey. She definitely strikes me as a unit that you bring out when you're first introducing a new mechanic, and then later on, you're gonna get characters that have that same mechanic but better. We saw this with Red when he first, Red and Snorlax way back when he introduced Sync Move Countdown. Now we have like a whole role just for that, and I mean he does it well now still too because he also got Sprint, but that's just one example. Even like I feel like May and Brendan, because they introduced the EX Weather, but obviously the length at which they extend the terrain, if at all, is little to be desired. So I believe with her, it's going to be basically the same thing. So basically what she does is she can summon Fairy Zone twice. Once on sync with her field roll, and the second with her trainer move. But you kind of have to use the trainer move first, because if you don't, you're just going to bring out normal Fairy Zone on her sync. So you're kind of forced to use her trainer move immediately. This is just from what I've been reading. Again, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is how it works. You basically have to use a trainer move first. So that way, whenever you bring out Fairy Zone again on the field sync, it'll be extended even more. Whether or not it's going to actually extend the maximum amount the way that it's supposed to, I'm not too sure, or if it's going to be just like May and Brendan where they don't extend it, or specifically May where she doesn't actually extend it even farther than it should. I have no idea. We'll have to figure that out. I'm not going to pretend like I know, but I would be willing to bet that it won't, because if it works the same, there's no reason that it should. What would have been really nice is if on sync, she summons Fairy EX, even if it isn't already out, so that way you could just use her sync first without having to use the trainer move. Then, after Fairy Zone leaves, after like second sync probably, then you can use the trainer move again, or not again, but then you use the trainer move, and then you can basically maximize the amount of time that you get EX Fairy Zone. I explained that badly, but I think you probably understand, but I don't think it works like that, because, again, I think if you want to extend EX Fairy Zone, it has to already be out. So you're basically just going to have to use Love Dazzling Gleam, then sync with her, if you want to keep EX Fairy Zone. And then we have Mina as well. I don't know if Mina's going to work with her, though. It's going to be kind of awkward, because you have to sync with her to get it, for her to summon it. But it can work, I just don't know. And then also, obviously, we have Wally, too. And I'm sure a lot of people have Wally. If you don't have Wally, I don't think it's the end of the world. But yeah, I don't know. I'm a little iffy again on her unit. She's clearly a character that they're bringing out just to kind of play around with the EX gimmick without making it super overpowered. I think, obviously, her lack of DPS, because she only uses this buddy move once, I believe, and then she can never use it again. And if you're using it the way that I believe, you'll basically just be using it at the very beginning of the battle, so it's the damage isn't going to hit super hard. If you could wait till like after a support EX and then use it, it could do more damage, and you could do that. It's just that you could definitely do that, actually, because I was going to say, if you do that, Lacey's not necessarily going to be dealing a lot of damage beforehand. But, I mean, you could bring, like, another DPS, like Nimona or Licia or, I was going to say Gladian. And that could work, too. It's just an interesting unit. She's not going to be super overpowered by any means, but she will enable the really strong fairy attackers that we already have. So, I think that's kind of the point of the unit, but I do wish that she herself had a little more potential as well. But At the moment, it's just like power play is her only multiplier, unless you get like the 5 out of 5, I think, that gives, it's like either 4 out of 5 or 5 out of 5. That also increases the damage of sync moves. I saw it around here somewhere. That would be right here. Nope. Yeah, her 5 out of 5, which is, nope. Still not that one. I saw it somewhere. Huh, maybe I'm confusing it with another, I think I'm confusing it with another character that I saw beforehand. Which makes this, nope, here it is, 5 out of 5. Which increases sync moves by 30% if move gauge acceleration applies to the field of play, which in my opinion is not worth it because it's very expensive. 30%, kind of negligible. Feels 50 maybe, but then that's tricky because like then if you do 50, then it does kind of feel like they are. It's not pay to win, but they definitely would. It would feel like they'd be pressuring you to actually get some good damage on a unit. So I don't blame them for only doing 30, but that's where it's difficult for the game developers to balance that out. But yeah, regardless, her main gimmick is that you want move gauge acceleration effect to be on the field of play. Obviously, getting her at 3 out of 5 makes that a lot easier because you get quick tempo, catalyst as well. And then she basically debuffs a lot. Her biggest things is she debuffs a lot, brings out EX Fairy Zone to enable her damage and other fairy type damage as well. And then I don't know, I'd have to reread this, but I don't remember how much you want move gauge acceleration effect to be active. Like for May, you really want EX Rain, obviously. With her, I think you ideally want it, but I don't think she needs it to flourish. So, obviously, this is going to be a unit that you're either going to get her if you like her, or you'll skip her. You can definitely skip her, and because I think the thing is, like, the best fairy type damage dealers that we have, and obviously, this kind of applies to, like, every EX weather zone terrain unit. If they already hit hard, they don't need the EX weather terrain zone. Like, they could use it, it would help a lot, but none of these, like, new EX zone terrain setters are really, like, needed, right? So, you get her if you want her, but honestly, I feel like she's alright. She is okay. I think she was definitely a unit that, kind of like Nimona, like when she first came out, like I think DNA knew, like, this is a character that people are going to pull for regardless, so we don't necessarily have to make her amazing, because people will pull on her regardless. I mean, it's not rocket science. So obviously we might get another alternate Lacey later on down the line that will be a lot better. But at the moment, like, for example, I don't see this unit easily clearing like a level 10 battle rally stage. Bring her with Gladian, Nimona, and maybe even Lycia, then yeah, definitely. But I think that's kind of the point of the unit, is that you can max her out as much as possible, but because of the fact that she's field sprint, mostly pretty much single target damage, nuker, that I don't even know if she's going to be dealing that much damage. I feel like it's not a unit that, like, you necessarily need to obtain or max out. I didn't even look at the stupid what is this called? I don't even know the name of these new upgrades because I haven't done it, and I don't plan on doing it because it's expensive and crazy. But I mean, yeah, I guess if you get this and you extend the duration of Fairy Zone, it could be worth it, but I still don't think so. I don't think it's worth how expensive it would be, but if you have the money, go ham. But I also don't like that she doesn't have a multiplier in her sync, attached to her sync. Obviously, she's not a tech, but then you're really just relying on the Fairy Zone and power play, which I think she'll still hit hard, but I don't know. I kind of don't like units that only really rely on nuke damage. To me, it's not like the most fun. I guess that's where all of this sentiment is coming from. It's just player preference. There are probably going to be other people that love her playstyle. I do too. Does she have soften up? Yeah, she does. So she has soften up too, so that'll make her easier to use as well. So I'm definitely here for it, but wouldn't say it's as good or as fun to use as like May and Brendan, in my opinion, from the last update. Whew, man, I am taking a long time doing this. Sorry guys, I don't know. I might just skip most of these because I don't want this video to be too long, both for your sake and my sake. But who do I do next? Cynthia and Spirit Tome? This is a unit that I think a lot of people are going to be getting. Sprint support, great combination, probably my favorite in my opinion. One of my favorites. Because if you're an attacker, it doesn't really matter what combination you are, but if you're a support sprint, it really makes you stand out as a support. So, Hex, Will-O-Wisp, Evil Spirit, Shadow Ball, 90 to 108. Oof. When the user uses any move once, never misses, reduces all of the MP for this move. Oh, that's funny. Interesting. The more MP reduced, the greater the power of this attack. Has a chance of, okay. 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 Interesting. Wow, okay, so I think it's just single use, basically. It's like single use, but it'll hit hard. Does something make it reduce its MP if you don't use it immediately? That's a good question. Okay, raises the user's special attack by 4, applies super effective up next effect to everyone. Reduces sync move countdown. So is there something here? Let's read. I'm gonna read this alone real quick. Wow, that's a lot to read. Let's see. Reduces damage taken by the user. Okay, when a move used by the user's Pokemon targets itself or an ally successful. Okay, that's nice. When a move used by the user's, yeah, it's like hop in. Oh, I've got the Ethan. It's like hop. There, she's a lot like Hop and Ethan. Okay. The target becomes all opposing sync pairs. The power and chance of applying additional effects. Okay. Okay, the power of the user's hex is doubled and the target is affected by a status condition. Oh, wow, look at that. Restores 32 MP of the user's buddy move when hex is successful. Nice. That is fun. They had us in the first half, not gonna lie. That's pretty fun. Because at first I was like, okay, use it once. Maybe there's something that like they pressure you to use it immediately, and because if you don't, it's gonna go down from like 108 to like -10 every time you don't use it. But no, I see. I was not familiar with her game when I first read this. That's why I like reading the moves first, because I think it's kind of funny. Then you read the skills and you realize, okay, this makes sense. So charges the user's move gauge by 6 after using its sync move. Nice. Rejuvenate, basically. Restores 50 MP of the user's buddy move. Okay. Nice. So, I'm not mathing right now. My brain is not working. Does 108 go into 32? I'm gonna look that up real quick. You think it does? No, I don't think it does. No, it does not. I was gonna say that doesn't make sense. Interesting. I might have easily missed this, but I wonder if it can go over 108 or how that works. Well, I guess we'll find out. That'll be interesting. The more MP reduced, the greater the power of this attack. There's got to be some sort of limit. There's got to be some sort of limit that I'm missing. I don't think so. Well, I think the limit is 108. Yeah, because that's what it says. Because it's like obviously limit on the corner means that the battle will always start with you being at 108. And that probably also means that it cannot go higher. I don't think we've ever had a gimmick like this. Interesting. I would assume that the limit is 108, meaning that it cannot go above 108 even with the skills. That's what I'm gonna assume. Right? That'd be really funny though if it could go like up to like 1,000 and then just deal like monstrous damage. I feel like if this is like a Master Fair or an Arc suit, Maybe in the future we will get something like that where, I don't know. That's really fun though. I definitely like that a lot. It's also like, it's like Lily, Holiday Lily, where it's a support sprint, but it's more of like a damage dealer who does like sub-supporting, but it's mostly damage. And then in the off chance that you can't use the buddy move or you're waiting to use it, you also have Hex, which doubles, but even when it's doubled, it's really not doing that much damage. Right? No, it does double of double. I was gonna say no, I'm pretty sure it does double of double, because it's doubling from the effect of the move, then it's doubling from the skill as well. So if my tiny smooth brain is doing math properly, it's gonna be double 40, so 80 and then double of 80, which is 160. It's just not bad. Obviously not as good as the buddy move, but that's still doable damage. You just gotta make sure that your enemy has a status condition. Wow, interesting. I'm gonna just skip the sync grid. I'm just basically gonna look really quickly at her her sync nuke multipliers. So she has Sharpen Mind 3 for the moves. Increases moves even more if you're flinching, confused, or trapped. Interesting. Interference sync, there it is. So wow, not only do you have to well, not only would you want to use Will-O-Wisp. Interesting. So I don't know if you have to burn the opponent. You don't have to, Hex just won't do as much damage, but I mean, yeah, you probably would, right? But then you also have to do Flinching, Confused, and Trapped. There's got to be something here that lets her do that, kind of like the last unit we were looking at. I'm trying to look real quick, so I know it's wasted a lot of time looking at all this. I'm sure it's here somewhere. If not, you could just bring someone else. Oh, that's nice for Hex. That's a nice multiplier. Well, damn. I guess here's one downside of the unit. I don't know if I'm seeing like a really good sync multiplier anywhere here. So this is a unit that it looks like it's mostly going to be DPS. Oh, no, I think I had already acknowledged this. I'm sorry, guys, that I'm being dumb right now. Yeah, so there it is. That's not bad. You'll just have to figure out how to bring that Flinch and Confused and Trapped, right? There could be a multiplier here where a sync grid tile that is enabling Flinching, Confused, or Trapped, and I'm missing it, but it's not a big deal. I definitely like the unit. This is a fun unit. This is probably my favorite unit of this update, and I've already seen multiple comments from multiple places that people are going to be pulling because it's Cynthia, so definitely will be a unit that people will be picking. So I'm going to just quickly go through Morty, Marnie, and Llama, whatever his name is. Oh my god, and Florian too. Jesus Christ. Okay. We're gonna do this fast. I'm just gonna... wow. Okay, these units are complicated, man. This guy looks interesting already. We get all this text. So, let's see. What is he? He is a Tech Field. My issue with Tech Field is if it's not AoE, I tend to not like it. I don't know. I tend to not like single target tech characters. I'll get them if I like the kit, but I personally really like AoE, so like with Mei and Latias, I like them, but I think like obviously Lana was just much easier to use because of the AoE in most battles. But let's look. I'm just gonna quickly look. Infernal Parade, on opponent. Damn. This is so sad. So single target, unless... So you have to use a sync move one time with the buddy move. Attack's power is doubled and you're affected by a status condition. Okay. It has AoE damage. So it's going to do a lot more damage when you have status conditions. You got to make sure that you get status conditions on everyone. Damn, you're going to have to burn. Okay, So you just want to do like AoE status, kind of like Cynthia. Is there a skill that allows him to apply AoE status? Let's look. Lowers one of the target's following stats by 2 ranks at random. Okay. Increases an ally's special move next effect by 1 rank when its attack move is successful against a burn opponent. What does that even mean? Does that increase everyone's? Probably. And then raises the chance of inflicting status conditions with the additional effects of the user's moves. Oh, here it is. When the user inflicts a status condition on an opponent with the additional effects, inflicts the same status condition on... There it is. Okay. I was worried about that. I was like, come on, man. Like, make it easy on us. Don't have us have to bring a support that has to burn opponents for us, or make poor Morty have to burn an opponent one at a time. Like, come on. There it is. So that's much nicer. I definitely like that a lot more. So it's not AoE damage, but you do get AoE status conditions, I believe, which is nice. I think having AoE damage itself would have been nice as well. I don't think we're getting that though, but I mean, it's whatever. Not a big deal. And this is tech field, right? Interesting. And then we got Ghost Zone, obviously. Damn. I also don't like field units that only rely on that one time that they implement field, and then that's it. Like, I wish that he could have implemented Ghost Zone as well somewhere in the moves. I don't like when they have to sync to bring out, like, Ghost Zone in this instance. Not trying to be a nag or anything, that's just my personal opinion. Like with May and Latia, so like that she can summon Psychic Terrain twice and then also bring it with her sync move as well. But yeah, I'm just gonna skip this. We're just gonna assume that there's gonna be some multiplier where if your opponent is inflicted with a status condition, well, it's right here, Brain Sync, which is very easy. So not bad, but is there anything else? Staggering, Head Start, Super Preparation. No, it looks like it's just that. Usually, if they just bring like a 9 multiplier, that'll be the only thing that they rely on. Looks like there's going to be a lot of ways for him to increase special moves up next effect, though, which is going to make his buddy move hit really hard. So the damage is also coming from the move as well, not just the sync move. So it's not necessarily bad that there's only one brain sync multiplier. Okay, moving on. Marnie and Lazar. Okay. Should be a free unit. Sprint Tech, also not one of my favorites, but let's see. So Breaking Swipe, Citrus Berry, god damn it. We got another berry unit. Spring Breeze, Scale Shot, never misses, raises you down. That's a lot. I am reading all that, not when this video is already super long. When the user's attack is raised. Oh boy, alright, let's see. Maximizes the number of attacks, reduces the user's sync move countdown by 1. Alright. So it'll hit multiple times, right? It can maximize the number of attacks if the remaining MP for the user's Citrus Berry is 1 or more when attacking with this move. Oh, man, that's... Okay, so just from me reading it, damn, 4 cages? I don't know how I feel about this. Let me read the skills first. Soften Up has a chance of restoring the user's HP when its attack move hits. Charges the user's move gauge. If the move has the multi-strike tag, oh, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't like when they like go all in when it comes to like having a unit that can restore an attacker that can restore its own HP. Because usually you see like takebacks. Like, yes, I'm a bulky attacker, but am I necessarily the best damage dealer around? Not necessarily. And if I really want to provide cushion to my attackers, I'll bring a really good support. We have plenty of them. So usually when you have a unit like this that is very self-sufficient, health-wise, you see like you see that it doesn't hit as hard, or it's more gimmicky like this unit exactly. But let's see. Reduces the user's sync move countdown by 1. The first time their remaining MP for its move that has the berry effect tag is 0. I don't know, man. Berry units. I know a lot of people feel this way, so I don't really feel bad for dunking on berry units. The thing is, the biggest issue that I have with berry units is that they're not very, ironically, in Marnie's case, they're not very self-sustaining for long-term battles. Because then you run out of berries, and then what? All of this goes away, right, when the berry gimmick is gone. Unless there's something that activates, like I think with what's her face? Erica. I don't think I talked about Erica, but Erica I think works really well because she is self-sustaining. There's a way to basically recycle, and she just goes from I don't know, I don't remember the details, but yeah, Erica is a really good example of how to utilize the berry mechanic. This I'm not too sure about. It's gonna be single target damage. Is it gonna hit hard with 480 attack, a sync move multiplier innately, which would be Haymaker. I'm expecting, like, you gotta give her like at least two sync move multipliers to make up for this. I mean, I'm also reminding myself that this is in fact a free unit, so we can't be too hard. Speedster sync 9 and Furious Brawn. So that'll be it. That'll be it. It's not bad. Not a bad unit. I do think that Ray is better if we're comparing them. I don't know if he's better, but for my personal playstyle, I'd probably pick Ray first, because I just like those simple. It's not like, oh, this guy's stupid, he doesn't want to use his brain. Like, I don't know. To me, it's kind of unsatisfying when I have to rely on most of the damage only from sync. Because I'm not doubting that the buddy move will hit hard. I think it very well could. It's just that, and then I also hate when, oh my god, I hate these units, because why does she raise all of her stats like that? Frickin' Greta does this too. They raise all their stats like this. There's this weird gimmick where they raise a ton of stats, but then there's no sync grid multiplier for that purpose. So we have good form for the moves, and then there's another, I forgot what the name is, but there's also one that increases sync move damage depending on how high your stats are raised. She doesn't have that, so what's the point? Like, I get it, she's supposed to be a bulky attacker. I just don't know. I don't really think I don't really think that's my personal playstyle. I would rather have slightly easier access to an AoE move as opposed to just making the unit really bulky. I can see this working out. Okay, so here's where she can work out actually. Like not taking back what I said, but from this perspective, using her in Battle Rally in a tech sprint battle will be useful if you need her to tank, especially if you're a beginner, because you might not have like a decent tank that's a sprint or tech, right? However, if you do what I recommend doing, which would be getting a ton of support sprints, it shouldn't be a problem. Like, I have a ton of them, and there are a ton of them available. You can get like more than 3, so that way when you get tech sprint, you can bring like a support sprint to help you tank, and they'll do it a hell of a lot better than she will. But yeah, I mean, you could definitely use her for that purpose. And if you maximize her at 844 HP, 237 defenses, she can tank. I feel like she could definitely tank. So it's not the worst unit. It's just not my personal favorite. I would definitely pick Ray first over her. But that's just my opinion. This is one man's opinion. If you don't like it, that's definitely okay. Because it's just all about playstyles, really. Everyone is different on like what they prefer and what they don't prefer. Probably should have started with that. So okay, two more. Jesus Christ. Oh, okay. So this sync pair has some new features. So we're not gonna look at this one too heavily. I'm just gonna look at what it does. So he's a support tech. Yeah, that's not a good one. Yeah, I'm not gonna do this one because I am probably gonna. I don't know much about it, so I'm not gonna pretend like I do. But if I just look at the TMs real quick, you can learn potion. This move that can raise the defense of all allied sync pairs and speed as well. So you're gonna be doing all that work just to get basically Skyla Swana. That's a joke. I'm sure he does a lot more than that. But yeah, no, I'm gonna skip this one for now. Maybe later, once we know more about these specific units, we can dig deeper into it. But for now, I'm just gonna skip it and go straight to the last one. Llama and Gumshoes. So I don't know how this person, I'm gonna assume just because this is not the most popular character that I believe this is a key, that he is gonna be a standard character just because of the fact that he's not like the craziest popular character of all time. He's not freaking Red and Pikachu, right? So, and I'll be able to tell just by looking at how simple his kill looks. Like look at how little text this guy has compared to their favorite gym leader of all time, Morty. Look at Morty, like look at all this. I mean, this is just circle, so it's actually not that bad, but just if you look at this guy, I mean, there's like nothing, like, okay, normal-ish, like I don't even have to read the description. It's normal-ish, Lear. Welcome. Applies some roof gauge acceleration and raises an ally's attack by 4 and critical hit rate by 3. That's actually nice though. That's nice. I like that. It's simple but good. Simple but effective. I think that's the important thing. Let's also trainer move increases the physical moves of next effect of all allied sync pairs, but you can only use it once. That's lame. Use it once, and it's one physical move up next, and that's it. Very negligible damage. And I hate when they waste an entire skill slot for one effect. Powers up the sync boost of allied sync pairs when the zone is normal zone by 50%. Okay, that's good. That's decent. And then double drop. Okay, that's good too. So yeah, I think that's the best way to put it. Simple but effective. And if it's a standard banner character, this is definitely nice. We can't complain, because you'll get this unit eventually. Even at 1 out of 5, he'll be very useful. So it definitely tip my hat off to this unit, because let's face it, like if they make a damage dealer in the standard banner, it's like obviously not really going to be dealing Pokefair, Masterfair, Arc 2 levels damage, right? But a standard banner character, the best way to utilize it, or the best way that DNA can make a standard character useful, is to give them good utility. And looks like this guy can definitely do that. So that's nice. And normal zone is nice, because I think we have like 3. I want to say we have like 3 including him now. Obviously, the more the merrier. If this is not... if this is not a standard banner character and this is like Pokefair or something, I don't know about that, but I don't know if he'd be worth it. But I don't think he's Pokefair. I think he's Static Shock, interesting, from Potty Slam. Then you got Normal Zone. He provides 2 of his own multipliers for Normal Zone. Debut Normal Zone, it's whatever. Paralysis Synergy 9. But there's no move. The Body Slam. My brother in Christ. That's not going to be doing any damage. Maybe it can, I don't know. Probably not. Anyways, I think that's it. I think I skipped Bianca and Chandelure. I don't know how you get this unit. It's just sprint. Oh, this is from like damage challenge or whatever. I'll just skim through it. Head start, pep rally 1. Not bad. Mind games 9. Okay, not bad. So utility. Utility, even if it doesn't do a crazy amount of damage, that's good utility. I actually do think I looked at her last night. No, I didn't, because I don't remember Heat Wave or Fire Spin, but even if she doesn't do the craziest amount of damage, definitely has great utility with Heat Wave. Scorching Torch 9 is also great. That's nice. So she can burn, she can raise speed, and she can lower special defense. With Heat Wave, AoE, special defense, so that's nice. We can't complain. But yeah, anyways, I'm gonna wrap it up. But I hope you guys enjoyed me giving my thoughts on this this new banner. I recently got both Brendan and May. I was doing dailies on them. I got May earlier, Brendan I didn't. And then after this Datamine, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get Brendan too. So I just went and pulled on him, and I think I got like close to 300. But anyways, that's irrelevant. But I'm liking those units. April's always been a month where we don't get like the most insane damage dealers, but it could be a good time to save. A lot of these units are actually not going to be, they are going to be free, I believe. So I'd say the ones to keep an eye on, really keep an eye on, in my opinion, would be Cynthia. It's really going to be like Cynthia, I think. Honestly, I feel like everyone else, honestly, no one in this patch, I don't think you'll need any of them. Lacey will be good if you have fairy type attackers that are already really good, and you just really want to get that like crazy fairy zone damage. She'll definitely be great for that. I don't know like from thought who is going to be free and who isn't, but just by looking, I don't think there's going to be a lot of non-free units. I'm not sure though, but I would say like really Cynthia, it's not that the others are bad, it's just that they don't necessarily stand out. And again, like Morty, Marnie, and Ray should all be free. If you're asking me who I like the most, I've already said it multiple times, between all the school characters, I'd say definitely Ray, in my opinion. I'll probably get him first, maybe. I don't know though, this is all very new. Like for instance, Ray, Marnie, and Morty are all complete units. But Florian and Rosa, you are gonna like build them up basically. So is the method that we're gonna be getting them different? I'm willing to bet, and I don't know this for a fact, but I'm willing to bet that Ray, Morty, and Marnie are gonna be like pullable units, kind of like the new Brock. Oh my god, I do not know the other two names, but you know, the scout where you have to pull them. I think they're going to be in a scout, but it's like a free scout. But I don't know. That's just what I'm guessing. And then I'm willing to bet that Rosa and Florian are going to be like free. Like you'll probably be able to just get them from just doing the new story or whatever. So that's just what I'm predicting. But anyways, really, I think it's just going to be whether or not you want Cynthia and Lacey. Like if you want them, then get them, and if not, they're not really necessary. But Cynthia's fun, and Lacey provides good extra damage. All right, well, that's pretty much it. You guys have a good day. Bye.